gamers, Melkor6925, bringing you another Clash Royale video. This is going to be another card breakdown and card guide, and this time we are looking at Spell Valley. So let's kick on and let's have a look at the cards that we're going to be looking at today. Spell Valley starts at 1400 cups and goes all the way up to 1700, at which point you enter the Builder's Workshop. The cards we're going to be looking at today is the Zap Spell, the Wizard, the Poison Spell, the Mirror card, and a card that we don't have yet. Dun, dun, dun. That's right, guys. We are actually going to be looking at the Ice Wizard as well. Unfortunately, I don't have that card at this moment in time. I'm sure I'll be getting it before long. Touch wood. So, guys, first up we have the Zap Spell. A little bit like the Lightning, but a little bit different as well. This only costs 2 elixir. It zaps the enemies, but also it does a brief amount of stunning. So what it does, it will do a small amount of damage within a certain radius. So it will damage all troops within that radius for a small amount. As you can see, it only does 80 damage at level 1. But also it actually stuns those cards as well. So it's fantastic at taking things out like minion hordes and goblins and things like that. Not only will, in some circumstances, if the card level is high enough, it actually kill those troops, but it will also slow them down, bring them to a halt. Fantastic little spell to have, works in many decks, and at only 2 elixir, it's very good at taking out low level cards. Also, it's quite good as well at using it against things such like the princes when it's charging, etc., to slow it down in its tracks to stop it getting that charge on one of your towers. Next up we have the Wizard, which is a 5 elixir card. Now this guy, doesn't he look awesome? I must admit, guys, I am sat now in my dressing gown with my hood up, and I must admit I do look a little bit like the Wizard. Probably just a little bit porkier. Now, the Wizard is a fantastic troop, though he does cost 5 elixir. He deals a certain amount of damage to a wide spread of troops, so he won't just target on one troop, but he will, in fact, do a large number of splash damage. The one benefit to this guy over the Bomber is that he can target both ground and air troops, and he does have more hit points as well. So that's the benefit over the Bomber. He's good at taking out large chunks of troops again, such as goblins, minion hordes, skeleton hordes, things along those lines. He's also good if you get it behind a giant and things like that on offense. Very susceptible though to things like the musketeer, that does a large amount of damage, sort of things like the mini P.E.K.K.A, etc, etc. And at 5 elixir can be pricey, but many deck can support the Wizard. Next up is one of the new cards. It's a level 1 Poison Spell. Now, we all love the Poison Spell. The Poison Spell costs 4 elixir, and it does area damage. So what you do, you drop the Poison Spell on the map, and in a certain area, any troops that pass through that area will take a certain amount of damage. They will take 42 damage per second. So if they stay within that area for the full 10-second duration, they will take 420 damage. It also affects crown towers and towers as well, doing 17 damage per second at level 1. Not a massive amount, but if you put that on there, if you want to do some damage to a building and some troops, etc. in the opponent's zone, fantastic. It's also great on defense, so if you've got someone charging with a goblin horde or something like that, plenty of goblins and things like that, put that Poison Spell down in front of your tower. They've got to walk through that to get to your tower, taking damage all the while. Next up, we have one of the most popular cards in the game, the Mirror card. Well, this one doesn't have an elixir cost. No, what it does, it mirrors the previous card you played at 1 additional elixir cost. So, say, for example, you wanted to mirror the Poison Spell. So, as you can see, the Poison Spell costs 4 elixir. You want to mirror that Poison Spell. It's actually going to cost you 5 elixir to mirror it. But it's a fantastic way of getting that card out, or getting a second card out at the same time. A lot of people will use it on things like the 3 Musketeers, Goblin Barrels, things along those lines. Now, if you mirror it as a level 1 mirror, if you mirror the common level, it will mirror it at level 5. Rares will be 3, epics and legendary cards will be level 1. The higher the level of the mirror card, obviously the higher the level of the mirror as well. A very versatile card, also works very well with the Elixir Collector, especially on heavy decks. Last up is a card we don't have, which is the first legendary card that you can get, which is the Ice Wizard. Ooh, another wizard. Similar to the Wizard, only costs 3 elixir though. It does less damage, does obviously do splash damage as well. But the damage it does do, it actually slows down the opponent's troops. So this is fantastic at slowing down those minion hordes, slowing down those princes, slowing down that giant and goblin even more. So it's a fantastic and versatile card. It doesn't do a massive amount of damage, but is a very good support card. Very good on both defense and offense. So guys, that's the 5 cards that you can actually acquire in Arena 5, Spell Valley. If you like what you see, comment below, let me know. If you've not subscribed, do me a big favour guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well, and I'll see you gamers next time. Take care.